Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from the third group of Sociolinguistics course. This group consists of two members. The first one is me, Windie Nabila Azzahra, and Nadia Amalia Syahputri. And as you can see on the screen, our topic is Pidgins and Creoles, in which specifically focus on the Lingua Franca. So, did you know that the study of Pidgins and Creoles has become an important part of linguistics and especially sociolinguistics study, with its own literature and, of course, its own controversies? In turn, Pidgins and Creoles can be defined as new languages that develop when speakers of different languages come into contact with each other and have a need to communicate. Therefore, what is the difference between Pidgins and Creoles? Well, Pidgin itself is a language with non-native speakers. It is restricted language which arises for the purposes of communication between two social groups, of which one is in a more dominant position than the other. The less dominant group is the one which develops the pidgin. Besides, Creoles are much expanded version of pidgin in structure and vocabulary to express the range of meanings and serve the range of function required of a first language. So it means Creoles have native speakers and have arisen in situation in which there was a break in the natural linguistic continuity of a community. But however, what actually we are gonna discuss in this presentation is the process of pidginization that very common in any situation in which a lingua franca is called for. Based on that, we can break this area down into the following sections. The first one is what is lingua franca? Then why is the lingua franca important? And the last, what are examples of lingua franca? And the next material will be delivered by Nadia. Time is yours.
Okay, thank you, Windie. So let's go straight to the first question of what is lingua franca? We can look at the definition here, and the first definition, UNESCO defined a lingua franca as a language which is used habitually by people whose mother tongues are different in order to facilitate communication between them. And other else, lingua franca has known as a trade language, a contact language, an international language, an auxiliary language, and another kind of lingua franca is a mixed language. Next. And in short, people who speak different language who are forced into contact with each other must find some way of communicating by using a lingua franca. And lingua franca is a language used for communication between people who have different native language. It is a common language or mode of communication that enables people to understand one another regardless of their cultural backgrounds and ethnical backgrounds. And it makes communication a lot of easier, and understanding one another has become more efficient, especially to trade and market exchange. It's simply easier to exchange good stuff and services if we all speak in the same language. Next. And the importance of lingua franca will be explained by Windie.
Okay, thank you, Nadia. So, the importance of lingua franca. The lingua franca is a double-sided sword, which facilitates the multilingual population, societies, and nations in providing a source of communication on one side, which is acceptable to all because communication occurs easily. It means that it is important for the purpose of communication. In addition, the command of or influential language may be used as source of communication at national or international level, as well as in multilingual societies and countries. Using it is important not only for personal communication in various social domains, including, for example, using the internet, but also for professional reasons. It is a shared language, in other words, that opens doors for better social and professional opportunities. And the next point will be delivered by Nadia.
Okay, thank you. So, what are the examples of Lingua Franca? Is any language regularly used for communication between people who do not share a native language is Lingua Franca. It's like Hausa in West Africa or Swahili in East Africa, Greek coin in ancient world, Arabic, Mandarin, French, Russian, English, and Basic English. And at one time or another, Greek coin and Vulgar Latin were widespread use as lingua franca in the Mediterranean world and much of Europe. In the other parts of the world, Arabic, Mandarin, Hindi, and Swahili have served or do serve as a lingua franca also. And of these, Arabic was a lingua franca associated with the spread of Islam. And today, English is used in very many places and for many purposes as a lingua franca. For example, in travel and often in trade, commerce, and international relations. Next. So, this is English as a lingua franca. English is, as I explained before, English is by far one of the most common lingua francas in the world today, particularly in the areas of business, technology, science, and more. And a lingua franca can be spoken in a variety of ways, not only were they spoken differently in different places, but individual speakers vary widely in their ability to use the language. English serves today as a lingua franca in many parts of the world, and for some speakers, it is a native language, for others, a second language, and for others, a foreign language. This is certainly the case in India, where even though Hindi is the official language, English spoken in all kinds of ways is widely used as a lingua franca. And the use of English as a lingua franca is often linked to certain social situations, and it reflects an aspect to linguistic phenomena, and people or social group who learns English as a lingua franca often mix some elements of their own language, and sometimes it will be characterized as errors and will be difficult to understand by the other non-native speakers. So in short, a lingua franca is a way of coping with linguistic and cultural differences and not a way of eliminating them. And it is a tool for communication and not a source of identity and community. Then next. And these are the references that we use for this presentation. Next. Okay, everyone, that's all the explanation about Pidgins and Creoles Lingua Franca from the third group. Thank you for your attention and thank you for watching.